horizontal.
Oh, yeah,
You can do
horizontal?
horizontal
Okay.
this time, this way.
Perfect.
All right, so after we take it out of the ice bath, we're going to do what's called vacuum filtration. Okay? Vacuum filtration. We're fancy, but we're not as fancy as in college. In college, you have just a vacuum line, just like you have a gas line. We have to make our own vacuum. Okay? Bernoulli's principle says that the faster a fluid flows through a tube, the lower the pressure is inside of there. So as this water runs through this narrow tube, it creates suction. Okay? This very creative name called a sidearm flask. The flask has an arm on its side. Okay? Sometimes it's called a vacuum filter flask. This is a Buchner funnel. Now, you guys that only have this part need to go over here to the cabinet and get a new one. Okay? Just take this part and go and get a new one that's in that cabinet right there. No, you're good.
Oh.
You have both pieces.
Oh, I did.
Okay? Okay? Yeah, that's fine. Listen. Okay? So, this whole thing is called a Buchner funnel. What are the two dots above the U called?
Umlaut.
That's an umlaut. Okay? Both makes a Buchner funnel. An umlaut. Is it U-M-L-A-I-T?
U-M-L-A-U-T.
A-U-T? Okay. Now, notice there's a piece of filter, you'll need a piece of filter paper in there. Okay? That'll fit, and they're right up there in that blue box. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to scrape the crystals, we're going to pour them into here, and you hook this up here, like so, and you got to hold on to it because it wants to fall over. So now there's suction coming through here, and it's going to pull the water through way faster than if we just let gravity do it. Okay? It's called suction filtration. Okay? This thing right here is called an aspirator. It just aspirates, it sucks the thing out. Okay? And so we pour it into here, and we're going to then use your scoopula to scrape as much as you can out. And then the last little bit, you'll use your ice cold distilled water and just hold it over the top and wash the last little bit out. As little water as possible. Water's your enemy. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do that. There's it in there. Right, give your thing a stir, because that helps make sure we don't have a saturated solution, that everything comes out of solution as close to. So,
I push down and try and mess it up, and just stir.
just stir.
Okay.
Oh, it got up on the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why you got to use your scoopula to kind of scrape it all out. Okay? Now you put a piece of filter paper in. You got a piece of filter paper in. You can use the hose just off of. Actually, if you want, just go grab a hose from underneath the sink.
Where's the
You have? Do you not have one? Or just take that one.
No hose.
There's no hose.
No hose. There we go.
And then just push and twist. There you go, that's plenty. Okay, now you're gonna adjust this to where it doesn't fall. Okay? Whoop, whoop. Okay, and then just pour this in.
Do I need to turn the water on?
No, you'll have water on, yeah.
There we go.
You good.
Pour it in?
Yep.
All of it. Apparently.
Okay, we're gonna scoop all that out. good job.
Someone's enjoying
Nothing to worry about.
What is that noise?
That's slurping.
You got as much as you can out. So now what you do is you take the ice cold water, you just hold it over here, and use it really thoughtfully, like transferring the rest out. I would call that done, so I just do it already.
You think you got like one
Now,
more piece or so?
Yeah, just trying
Once you get it all transferred into your beaker funnel, this is now wet with that filtrate. It's wet with some KCl solution, with some excess reactant solution. It's not just wet with water. You want to wash as much of that through as possible so we wash the precipitate, which simply means squirt some on here to wash that through. We're going to do that 3 times. Make sure it's ice cold because ice cold water will dissolve the least amount of this.
Can you get any of that
Yeah,
one?
you can use it.
One more time.
There you go.
Cover everything. Note the color of your filtrate.
like yellow green.
Yellow green. What do you think's giving it the green color?
I don't know.
You just practiced it 10 times.
Yeah.
The potassium.
Yeah.
Some of your crystals are still dissolved.